Hey guys, how's it going? We're gonna find out your current energy and the prediction. So let's take a look. Whatever you're going through, whatever your situation is. You've been just going for so long for your family, okay? For people that mean the world to you. You've been breaking your body, breaking the bank, breaking everything, just steadfast, true, loyal, hardworking. And I feel like you've been working especially hard lately, just really hard to help your family, okay, whoever that may be to you. You're not very defensive, to be honest. You're very open-hearted, open-minded. And I don't think you really know how to say no to the ones you love. You struggle with that. Let's just put it that way. You don't even think about it. Whenever you do things for the ones you love, you don't even think twice. You just do it. It's almost like it's on automatic. You're very intuitive. You're very psychic. You have a lot of abilities. And I know you're aware of it. So what is going on in your psychic abilities? What is your intuition trying to tell you lately? It's trying to tell you something is going to come up in your life from the past. And like, it's not done, okay? There's a lot of new energy you can add to it. This is a financial issue from the past, and you're going to have to deal with it. And you know it's coming up soon. And you're just like, well, I guess I better get ready. I better prepare. It's kind of, I get the energy of withstanding the storm. You know, it's like you're going to have to be the shield for your family in this storm. Emotionally, you can handle it. Intuitively, you can handle it. Like, you've got this, you know? But it's going to be tough. You know that. You know it's going to be tough. And you're just like, here we go again. Here we go again with the struggle. Here we go, you know? And you're just like, I'm really getting sick of this. You've also been dealing with someone for so long. And I want you to know, whoever this is, probably an earth sign, you're going to be able to go forward with them in the future. You have a family situation with this earth sign in the future. And this person could also be a Cancerian, but it's not over. I know you guys have recently gone through some challenges in your relationship, but a little bonus note here, you do have a future with them. I feel like you handle your problems really well. I do. I feel like you're rested, you're recharged, you're recovered, and you're ready to go back in the fight, you know, ready to go back into the darkness, if you will, and deal with your challenge. You know, I don't want you to give up. I feel like a lot of you guys sometimes you think about giving up, sometimes you do, because it's just been going on and on and on for so long. It's just such a challenge. The universe wants you to know, hey, right around the corner, something very good is about to pop up in your life. You're going to be able to make a lot out of nothing. A lot of you guys are going to be able to maintain a home, purchase a home, buy a home, or just find comfort and security at home, okay? You're going to be able to temper and calm down and fix and heal the situation. You may not get the apologies you've been wanting to get from the people that have hurt you or caused you strife, but they are going to be around, okay? They are. They're going to be around. They're not. There's a lot of people that just aren't going anywhere. You think they're going somewhere, but they're not. You're going to have a lot of support. But let's hear a little bit more about this earth sign. Tell me more about this earth sign, Knight of Pentacles. Money's coming in for you. It's coming in, by the way, very soon, probably in October. You've been waiting for something. Listen, it's been a while, but that money, it will show up in October. Yep, planning for the future, travel is good for the soul. As soon as that money hits the bank, as soon as you get this long-awaited financial freedom, you're going to be able to travel. You're going to be able to perhaps move, okay? But things are going to go good for you. You're going to want to put the past in the past. Don't look back. You know, let go of what needs to go. Remember to set your boundaries, because we did see you had some struggles with that. Stay away from social media. It's very time consuming and it might stress you out. It might just bring your vibe down. And as far as a lover, a relationship, you are going to have a reconciliation from the past with this person. So a reconciliation is coming soon. Hi, Kelsey. Tell me more about this money. Let's see what's going on with the money. Show me the money. Four of Cups. Try not to be so picky. You're going to get money, and maybe it's not the exact number you intended, but don't be too picky. Four of Pentacles, treat yourself to something shiny every now and again. Do something nice for yourself. It's not a whole lot, but it's enough. That's what I see. Okay, the money coming in is going to solve some problems. All right? And sometimes receiving the money doesn't make you feel good, you know? It's like settling out a court or something. It's like, I got the money, but it didn't solve all the emotional problems. And it won't. Money doesn't solve every problem. It does make you feel happy when you spend on yourself, treat yourself, and of course that brings some happiness, but there are still some qualms in your life with personal relationships, you know? Let's take a look about this relationship. Show me this relationship, this reconciliation that's coming forward, please. Seven of Pentacles. Nurture what you have, and see how it grows. So they are coming in as the earth sign. I'm hearing don't give up on them. And that sounds crazy to you because you've been watering this for at least 7 years. Could be more. But you've been tending to this garden for so long. And what you've gotten out of it after all these years is kind of, God, it's not enough. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. It's being brought to my attention that it's in your chart to have these kind of problems. So it's really nothing you're doing wrong. You're walking your path. How does this person feel about you? Hang in there. You're going to get to see them again. It's not going to go driving forward into sublime bliss right away, but you are going to reconcile with them. And it's saying not to give up. Why? Because something good is coming, or there's good intentions. And deep, dark times of isolation, you need some time alone. You know, you're going to get to see them again. You're going to get to hug them, kiss them, be around them, but it's not going to jump straight into a relationship. You're still going to be single, and that's the issue. That's what it's showing me. You're going to get back in good grace with this earth sign that you've been trying to make things work with. But it's all in divine timing, okay? So I know you're like, oh, that's so annoying. Why do I have to hear that over and over again? Hey, I don't know. It is what it is. What does Spirit want to say about this person that you are obviously going to make things work with? And it's just going to take longer and longer. Spirit, what do you want to say? I want to run my hands all over your soft skin and through your hair. I get insecure when it comes to you. I'm nervous. I'm overwhelmed. This person just doesn't know how to bring it in. They care about you deeply. They just don't have it together for themselves. You may not have it together also. You may also be insecure in some way. So check your radar. What does Spirit say about this love connection? Children, your love life is affected by children. You guys got to deal with your kids right now. School just started. There's a lot going on. Both of you have some big changes with children. And it just seems like Spirit's like, right now in your lives, that's your focus. Not each other, not marriage, not union, not parenting together, but dealing with your kids separately. There is romantic feelings between the both of you. And it's real and it's true, but there's just like so many other things on your plate. I feel like when you see them, you see them. Be glad when you get to see them. Be glad when you get to be in their arms. It may not be every day. It may not be all the time. It's still growing. It's still becoming something. It's still changing and evolving. And this is a real struggle for you. I get that. It is for so many people. But there is a future here with this person. Let's get a love message about your future with this person. Spirit, what do you want to say about this love relationship? Okay. It's this one. Oh, twin flames. Your passions will ignite and only time will tell. You are manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become a reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow the guidance. Guys, acceptance is key in this one. You both love each other. It's a very deep, unique, special twin flame bond. And I know it's still drama and it's still ongoing and it's like more and more time keep passing. Hang in there. That's really what the cards are saying. Hang in there. Okay? Nurture what you have. It's growing slowly, but very, very surely it is growing. Things are going to look bright soon. And that's just bright because you guys get to reunite. Things get to come together again. It's like, it's not all miserable. It's not perfect, but it's not all miserable either. Perhaps it's a new career path that you're needing to take that you're busy with. Perhaps it's a lot of busyness with family, kids. Whatever's going on behind the scenes, the progression is almost too painfully slow. And it's very steady though. Completely unbeknownst to the people outside who only get to see the final result, make judgments like this is never going to work. They don't see all the little details, all the tireless work, the late nights, all the little things that you do to add to this connection. They don't see all of that. So don't worry about outside influences or judgments. Now let's get a little bit more into your money because I was really happy to see that something good is coming in for money for you. I know it's not going to solve some other type of relationship worries, but it's going to do something good, and I want to know where it's taking you. Are you moving? What's going on? What's happening with this money that is sure to come in by October for my collective? Can we please see what's happening? Show me the money trail. You might be moving. I just got a vision from the movie The Jetsons. It's an old cartoon, and they had to move to a new place for work, and they were only there temporarily, and then they moved back, which is crazy. I don't know, that could be your situation, but the Jetsons did move. Oh, and you got Talisman, number 49, into the unknown. So I think this money is going to send you on a journey. I think you might move. That might not be good news for a lot of you. You're like, no, I don't want to move. I like it here. But be open, be open-minded. There's something good. When the Jetsons moved, they thought this is the worst. The kids did not want to move. They hated leaving everybody. But when they got to their new destination, they made new friends. And they were lifelong. And it was a really nice experience. Let's just look at that part, So the talisman says, wisdom allows you to recognize traps on the road and familiar patterns that you probably need to avoid, obviously. It also enables you to quickly gather information about where you are on your journey. It's going to help you recognize allies and to know how to find the best routes along the way. You're going to be at a place where you know the right things to do and the best choices to make. You really can't commit a mistake. Whatever your inquiry is, great fortune awaits you. Ooh, great fortune. For you have the wisdom to arrive at the right decision. You've learned your lessons, and you've earned your right to success. Wow, can you please just concentrate on that? You finally know the traps people try to put you in financially, the drama, the hardships. You know how to avoid financial problems. You've learned your financial woes. And you know who's going to help you financially and who's not. You know how to get help and how not to. You're not going to make another mistake. Okay, you're going to make the right decision, and you are going to be able to go forward financially with great success. So this is a new thing for you. Success seems like it's kind of a new thing. I just want you to know whatever you've been struggling with. It's not a little fluffy tarot reading like, oh, it's all going to be cupcakes and rainbows and good. But in your case, you're going for something good. You're headed for good. So, great success is yours. You've earned it. You've definitely worked hard for this. And you're doing so much for your family. Spirit, what do you want to tell my collective about their path as a spiritual person? Where they're at as a soul? Are they needing any guidance? What's going on as their soul needs healing and understanding? So you have reflection. That's where your soul is right now. Just looking at your life, looking at all your choices, the things that you've done, the things you haven't done, the things you need to do. You are reflecting on all of it. And it's just settling, and it's making sense. Keep your eyes open. Joy lives in small places. Okay, you're seeing what really matters. You're setting your priorities straight. So that's great. You're finally taking care of business. Get your priorities straight. When you know what's important, saying no gets much easier. All right, so you're just reflecting and prioritizing. No more BS, right? No more of that. You're just like, I gotta tighten it up. I gotta bring it in. Okay. There's just a lot that you've been dealing with, and you're handling it very well. It's actually very impressive. But you're just like, this is crazy. It's time for you to work on the energies, finding balance in your life, restoring structure. You've been needing that. You've been needing peace and balance. It's finally coming in. Now, there's some people around you that have been refusing to let go of issues with you from the past. And that's okay. If they want to stay stuck, let them. Give it up. Don't even fight to change their mind. Let it be how it is. You may be forced to move on from them, even if you don't feel ready. But know that it's for your own good. And they may very well suffer without you. They may hurt. They may have to go through the walk of shame. They may have to go in the dark night of the soul. Let them. You've done the work, and it's time for you to have some happiness. You've already been in the trenches. So I know you're trying to pick everyone up and take them with you, but you can't take everyone with you. There's going to be some people that get left behind, and that's really what that message is all about. And it's very sad, because you don't want to see people that you love suffer. But these are their choices. You didn't make them for them. They made them for themselves. And I know you want to be the great healer and the doer. And you do. You carry so much karma for your family. Like, you really do. You carry a lot of it. But you can't carry these things. So tell me about the wisdom you've learned on your journey and why you get to have so much success with money right now and family and personal growth. Please show me the lessons that your soul has learned and the karmas you've mastered. Oh, new life, milk and honey. So you've learned how to be happy and not to sweat the small stuff. You've learned and mastered letting go. Letting go of something that you once really cared about and just somehow you were forced, like, just let it go. And you're like, no, I can't. I got to hang on to everything. You've learned, let it go. That's what you've embraced. This took a long time for you to grasp and learn. Finally, you get to step into the land of milk and honey. All right, you've been through the manna in the desert, okay? You're done. Time for new life. You deserve it. You've mastered it. You know how to restart your life. And restart you will. So let's hear what it has to say. Collective, you're about to birth some new ideas. You're about to grow even more. You're branching out into this new era. It's like a breath of fresh air, life renewing itself. When spring awakens the world, joy and excitement can be felt all around you, to your very heart, your very core. It's like trees are just blossoming overnight. You wake up and the birds are singing and life just looks really beautiful. Miracles beckon on all of us. And this is one of those times in your life when new ideas and new opportunities bring hope and bring good things back into your life. All is going to be well in your world. You're going to have the energy you need to feel renewed. Your heart is going to be filled with enthusiasm and excitement. You're going to let your joy shine. In love and relationships, new energy enters even old relationships. You might even get to new ones, but it's bursting with sweetness and vibrancy, only encountered when winter gives way to spring. This is the time to connect to the one you love and share in your excitement, your passion. This card is a very auspicious sign with respect and love for partnerships in all forms. And remember, when it comes to your money, your career, your finances, your security, you have every reason to be optimistic right now in this reading. Things are going to start falling into place. It's going to feel like magic. Opportunities are just going to start coming to you. And the universe wants to remind you that abundance is available. Delight in the bounty that begins to appear in surprising forms. Stay curious and know that your hopes and dreams are being fulfilled. It is a new life, and it suddenly infuses you in all aspects of work with creative ideas. It's kind of an electricity that just excites all the potential you have. Fortune is smiling down on you. With every good news comes a message of protection, of warning. You must acknowledge your experiences and gently allow yourself to be delicate. And remember, you're new to this new money, or you're new to this new career, this new financial life, this new relationship, like whatever it is, you're new. So be gentle with it. Don't rush into anything. Don't explode anything. Just take it nice and slow. It's okay to admit you don't know everything. You are beginning at this. And the newness of how great life can feel is kind of, it's just something you're not used to. You're not used to everything going pretty well. So this is a time for maturity. And with all your loss, you deserve a win. You know, that's what this is about. You deserve the win. So life isn't all terrible. A lot of us feel like life is just difficult. No, it's not. Not all the time. And certainly not for you. So with the milk and honey, it says, taste the progress. Taste the prosperity. Finally, some opportunities are born. Gosh, abundance, needs being met. God, you're entering into a time of your life, this age, where you get to enjoy life. This is the land of milk and honey. This is your prime. Everyone wants to experience this, and you're fortunate enough that you get to. This is an interlude that feels more like your senses are awakened, where you get to enjoy life. You might get to go on a vacation. I definitely feel a vacation is in the works, like a really fun, much needed vacation. And you're not going to be wanting for anything. You know, everyone that you love will be nourished in ways both tangible and subtle. Abundance is an energy that you're attracting, and you're living it. All your needs, all of them, will be met. And you're going to be given the gift of happiness and nourishment in every form. In love, you're going to just feel loved. You're going to feel important. You're going to feel beautiful. You're going to feel wanted. And you're going to get to feel romance again. It's a sweet, affectionate time in your relationship. When it comes to your finances, this version of yourself, just emitting abundance, living it. When you're in alignment with your truth, you are a unique expression of the divine. The divine isn't all struggle. The divine is luxurious and affluent. And that's what you get to feel. Your ego gets to rest, and your soul can illuminate your purpose. You're going to start to see a time when you're seeking your true north, when you find direction in life. And then you're going to just step into this prosperity. And it's like the evidence that miracles exist. It's the evidence that what you think about, you bring about, what you feel becomes real, and what you dedicate yourself to does pay off. You're going to have the potential to seize good fortune. And there's going to be so many different kinds of opportunities that are going to lead you to your best life. So be open to all of them. You're going to be getting a sweet taste of what you want. Again, this is coming in October. So in a protection message, a nameless unease compels you to turn to pleasure and comfort as a means to escape problems. And that works in the moment, but it's fleeting. Remember, pure joy doesn't just come by these quick, fleeting, like shopping sprees, if you will. So be careful not to exhaust your funds on temporary pleasures. It's really just the warning. Invest in long term. All right, well, so far, so good. I really like this message. If you guys are wanting any questions, I will be answering them. I'll give you a quick little lightning round. $15 a card if you like. Bottom of the deck is free. And you can do 2 cards, 3 cards, 4 cards. Different questions for each card if you like. But I'll give you guys 15 minutes to do that. You can go to my website and donate, or you can go to Cash App and donate. But I will answer a question for $15. That's your lightning round sell. Bringing back the lightning round. So let's get this fortune cookie. What does your good fortune have to say? We all love fortune cookies after a good message. Somebody gets to go to the zoo soon. A lie has speed, my friends, but truth has endurance. Someone's been lying about you or lying to you. And yes, they may have won in the short run, but they will not win in the war. They will not win in the long term. Okay, their lie may have got them what they wanted very quickly, but it will not keep. You win in the end. Okay? You will win in the end. Kelsey, hi. Did you donate to Cash App or my website donation? And how many donations did you put? 1 card, 2 cards, 3 cards, what did you put? They're $15 a card. Bottom of the deck is free. All right. So what did you need to know about this lie and this deception? Let go of control, you know? I think you tried so hard to let people know that they were lying. And you're just like, look what they did. This is a lie. You need to see this. You need to hear this. And the universe is like, hey, a lie will reveal itself. You don't have to worry or work really hard on making sure it gets revealed. It will expose itself. The lie is going to come to the surface. So that person will be caught, will be busted. They're not going to get away with the lie. It will be dealt with. Okay, liars never prosper. And what does the universe want to say about someone you've been separated from? Okay, thank you, Kelsey. We'll get your question. You want to know about California? Okay. So the person you've been separated from is probably going to run away from you, and let them. They're embarrassed and they're ashamed. If they need to go running away from you, from the truth, from the light, so be it. They need to go figure out why they lied in the first place. So a lot of people that lie just can't face you. And that's probably what's going to happen. I'm sorry that you had to deal with someone like that. You didn't deserve to be lied to or lied about. It happens to a lot of people. What does the universe want to say about them running away from you after they've lied? They're ready. You're going to be ready to take a chance to just leave them, leave and jump away without them. You've learned how to say no. You're working on your boundaries. You're working on your inner issues. And to be honest, the timing with this liar, it just isn't right now. So let them run. They're not strong enough to face you. When the time is right, they will. That's what I'm hearing. All right. And I guess that's about it. All right. So let's put these cards away. Kelsey, I'm happy to answer your question now. Thank you for your donation. So you get 1 card for your 1 question and bottom of the deck. If you want to add any additional cards, you can. They're $15 each. I like to do a little oracle and a tarot when I answer questions, but it's up to you. Let's see. Would you like to use oracle or would you like to use tarot for your donation? Okay, you'll do 1 more? Okay. All right, let's do a tarot and let's do an oracle for you. So you want to know, should you move out of California? Let me double check that. If I should return to California or stay here in Washington. Oh, you haven't got it yet? Oh, okay. Well, I'll take care of you as well. We'll do it personal. I'll email you after this. Thank you, Kelsey. Oh, Kelsey, yes, I've been trying to get a hold of you on Skype. Worst case, if we can't get together, I'll send you a YouTube link, private, and we'll just do a live YouTube. Because it seems like Zoom is maybe not an option. But I do remember now, and yes, we can take care of that today. And we'll get a lot more in depth. Let's take care of your reading today. So just, yeah, if I have your email, I should be able to just involve you in a private one-on-one YouTube, because if we can't get Skype going, we can't. And we'll just do it that way. I won't be able to hear you, but I will be able to see your chat and answer your questions that way. So it should be okay. You're welcome, Kelsey. Spirit guide and direct me for Kelsey. What should she do? Washington is beautiful. It's a very beautiful spiritual place, a lot of trees. Spirit says, how do you feel in Washington? What do you feel like? Do you feel different? Do you feel good? Do you feel abundant? You know, you're supposed to chase a feeling, not a place. And how does California make you feel on a daily basis? Like, what do you feel like when you wake up, when you go to work, when you live your life? Spirit wants you to chase the feeling. Kelsey, yes, my family is here. My son, as I'm originally from here, I feel like I can't leave. Okay. So you want to leave, but you feel like you can't. So you feel at home in Washington. In California, I feel trapped and dead inside, you know, and it might be the vibe in California. There's a lot of political stuff going on there. There's a lot of climate stuff going on there. And it's definitely an adrenaline-based area. And there's just a lot of go, go, go. And all the vibes from all the people and all the stress from the cities and all the homelessness and, you know, the ecosystem there. There's just a lot of stress in California right now, I feel. Maybe not so much Northern California, but Southern for sure. So I definitely feel in my intuition in advising you, stay in Washington. That's what I'm feeling. And if you don't like exactly the town or city you're in, consider going a little bit outside of that circle. Just like an hour outside of that circle to get a little change of scenery. Jack Wolf, currently in Central California. I can't wait to get out of here. Yeah, it's that whole vibe, guys. Right, Jack? It's a beautiful place, and it's just a shame what people have done to it, because the state itself is a gorgeous state. It's just the vibes of everything and everybody. It's just, wow, it just really kills that what used to be that fun, free living, kind of chill California vibe. They really killed that vibe. Now it's just like warfare, just mental, emotional, and spiritual warfare. Let's take a look. Yeah, the state is awesome. The people. Yeah, I hear you. That's exactly it. And it changes people. I've known a lot of spiritual people that wanted to move to LA for the food, for the nightlife, for the dating life. It just seems very beautiful. You know, it's very shiny on the outside. But that's fool's gold, isn't it? Fool's gold. appearing to be real gold, but it's really not. It's dirty, smoggy, polluted, and stressful, you know, and the beauty is hard to come by. But let's see. But it does change even spiritual people. You know, it's like if you move to Sedona, all the crystals in the earth, the energy and the vibe of the area heals you versus California, where the energy and the vibe kind of crushes you. It kind of kills part of your soul. It's sad, but that's the truth. Okay, let's see this oracle. Spirit, guide and direct me further. We need to know more for Kelsey about staying or going. All right, so you got the fates. I don't think it's supposed to be in reverse. Huh. The fates in the reverse, but we're going to put it upright so you could see. This is like the star card, the number 17. And it's about hope and prosperity, wish fulfillment, healing. You've got thicker skin. The tarot cards you got was the Fool card in the reverse, the Cozy Witch. Take a chance, for each morning is a new beginning. Bottom of the deck is a deep knowing, also in reverse. This to me is you're not trusting your intuition, Kelsey. Your intuition's been talking to you, and you're very wise. You're very wise, very witch-like here. You can sense things from afar. You have ancient knowledge. You've been very grounded. You're very earthy. You're very foresty. You're very naturally deeply connected to animals and nature kind of person. I get strong stay in Washington vibes, girl. And I think deep in your heart, you know that's where you should stay. If you need to venture and travel and go places to visit for a while, that is fine. But to plant roots there is another thing. And what the reading is telling you is not to plant roots in California. Oh yeah, because look at that, 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Pause and savor the results of your success. You're very disappointed at what you have and what's been going on where you're at. And there's just not a lot of personal satisfaction and personal growth. And it's very frustrating for you because you've worked so hard to establish yourself. But with the Fool card even in reverse here, it's saying don't leap. Don't take that jump, you know. Travel if you must, but don't make rash decisions. Don't be too hasty. Everything was kind of in reverse if you think of it, even the star. This is about personal growth, and when you feel happy with yourself, you're going to feel happy where you're at. And I think you've just been single and struggling. And that's a very hard place to be. I think there's going to be a lot of fires in California too. I don't feel very good vibes about that. There's a lot of fires in Colorado. I'm actually feeling kind of raspy right now because I smell smoke from the Colorado fires, even coming into our AC system. So I'm over here struggling for fresh air here in Colorado. And I just get the sense that California is going to have the same struggle. I definitely do feel another big fire's coming, and I hope to God not. But it happens so often. I hate that it happens. And I wish that it wouldn't. But it is what it is. It is that season. August is a very fiery month. Very hot. Very dry. So let's take a look here. In your 9 of Pentacles, it is an energy of singleness and filling your own cup. When it's in reverse, you're caught up in chaos. You're caught up in toxic thoughts and patterns about how much you've achieved and how much you haven't. You may feel overly dependent on your family right now, and you hate that. You feel attached, like you need to fly the coop, like you can't possibly achieve anything on your own if you don't get out soon. But this is so false. You can do this. Believe in yourself a little bit more. You're not as attached as you think you are, and you're not as stuck as you think you are. With the cozy witch in the reverse, I feel like there's a warning that comes with it. Be careful. What could be stopping you from living the life you've always wanted? Try not to stress too much about what could go wrong if you stay or what could go wrong if you leave, but visualize instead what could go right. What could go right in your life? You'll never know the magic you could be making if you never venture out. So if you feel in your heart, I just need to get away, I feel very confident that taking a couple months in California would do you some good. It would get you away from your current situation. You would get your feet wet in a new environment. You would get to know yourself. You would get to feel new potential and test out the waters before you make the plunge. I'm talking like those long stay motels, like where you pay weekly rates, something like that. Don't get an apartment, don't get a house, don't permanently relocate and sign a lease or a contract. But get out for a little bit temporarily. Just don't get grounded. Maybe you just need to get out and find yourself. Explore. Heck, if it's not California, it could be Oregon. It could be Idaho. It could be somewhere nearby. It could be Nevada, like see what other options you have around you and just see what's out there. I do feel you have the urge to travel with the star card, and I think you should, because you're a little bit, when you look at yourself, you see your family. You're so attached, and I could see how you want to be you. You want to be a different you, a different version of yourself. So find out some kind of work or career that could help you travel and work at the same time, and try out maybe one or two new places, even if it's just, like I said, like an hour outside of where you're currently at in Washington. But if you feel called to California for a job, or you feel called to California for some other reason, maybe go, but don't plant your roots. Just, if you feel called, there is an energy, don't be afraid. You should follow your intuition, but listen to your intuition. If your intuition is saying, no, don't go, this is not probably going to be good, you need to trust it. Okay. But the fates are calling you here with this 17 card. So they're saying, hey, let's do this. Come on. And you're just like, wait a minute. I don't know if I'm ready. But there's something calling you and pulling you. Probably Rahu. No, I don't want to go back with my husband in California. Okay, then I wouldn't. Definitely listen to your intuition on this one. Maybe move somewhere else, but not there. Let's see what this star card's trying to tell you. In a relationship, other people are who they are. You can't change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are and try not to otherwise make them suit you. This is a time to look at how you attempt to mold people or just hope that they will change to avoid the discomfort in it. But who they are is who they are, and they've already showed you this. The Serenity Prayer comes up in your reading, and it sums up the meaning of this card. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. There are things in life you will never have control over, and people. And the conditions that were brought on with them just contributed to the evolution of you. So yes, he's an alcoholic. It's been very abusive and controlling. Well, this is a good sign not to go. And that's why I felt you shouldn't. But I also feel that you need to get away from where you're at, because this is a transition in your life. This is you right here in reverse. You're not knowing who you are now today, what you've evolved, who you want to be, who you want to become, the next version of yourself. And this needs to be addressed. You need to take care of you at a soul level. And if that's connecting in nature, if that's going to live in a small town, then that's what you need to do. We have 4 kids together, so I've been worried about it. And the custody, yes, my mom here isn't supportive either. Well, the best thing I can say about that is document everything. Screenshot text messages. Catch him up in admitting guilt with drinking and admitting the insecurity that you've felt, the unsafety, how the kids have felt around him. Screenshot, catch up, record conversations. You need to do it, because you can leave now with the kids and get established. And then when he comes to fight back for custody for whatever reason, to do whatever he needs to do to come against you, you'll have that evidence, you'll have that proof, and they will not grant him all of that. So, you know, Northern California is beautiful. And just even going into Oregon, maybe that's a good transition point. It's like not too far from where he's at for the kids, but not close, and not where you're at with your mom, but somewhere separate where you get to rediscover yourselves, a new beginning for you and your family. You know, maybe consider something like that. I definitely get the feeling of downsizing. There's a family I follow on whatever, I don't know, some social media, but they want to get like a tiny home, and I don't think I could do that with so many kids, but that's what they want to do. But they are being kind of cool. They're living in a 1-bedroom apartment. It's a large 1-bedroom apartment, but it's a family of 5. And, you know, the little ones sleep with the parents anyways. They want to cuddle up with them, but the other ones have a bunk bed in the dining room. You know, that's their thing. I would rethink that. I would take the living room and have like a fold-out bed and give the kids the bedroom, but with bunk beds and stuff, that would be cool. But, you know, it's a way to minimize life. It's affordable, and it's a really nice kitchen. It's high vaulted ceilings. It's got all the perks of the pool and fun things at the, you know, the apartment for a 1-bedroom price. So, I mean, that's an idea. You could relocate, maybe do a short-term lease somewhere with the family, you know? But I feel like now is a time where there is no custody agreement, so you can go where you want to go, and he doesn't have a say because you're a parent. You can move where you want to move, go where you want to go. There's no custody order as of right now. So the cool thing is, if you leave before then, you get to establish your life with the kids as is. And then whenever the courts pop up, they'll say, well, how have you been living? Where are they living? What's going on? You're like, well, we've been here for so long, just me and the kids, and that's our life. And they'll say, well, has he helped? Has he contributed? And you'll say, well, not really. Or yeah, he has. He's been sending whatever Cash App every month, you know? Do that. But it just proves that you're fine on your own, and he can pay child support and you can be on your own. And that's what he may need to do. If you want to be a little sneaky, and I only recommend this to a lot of moms, is kind of give him hope for like 6 months, you know? Tell him you just need some time apart, you're working on yourself, you love him, you care about him, and you want to see him soon, and you're going to find this new place and get established with a job, and maybe you're going to have him come down or you want him to visit. Just tell him you and the kids want to have an experience, like some time away to better the both of you, but you still love him. See, that will give him distance without fret and worry and fear that he's got to gain control right now, that he's got to call courts and do custodies and this and that. It kind of makes him feel like you guys are still together, but just, you know, apart for a little while. Give him that hope, because it gives you time to document what he gives every month, what he does for the kids while you're gone. So when the court shows up and he's like, hey, I'm here, I want to be full custody, I want to take care of my kids, they'll say, well, where were you for 6 months? What did you give? $50 a month? Nothing? Did you give nothing? Okay, what were you up to? Well, it looks like here on record, it shows that you've been drinking, you've been going out, you've been hanging out with friends, or you've been jobless. What have you been doing, Mom? Oh, you've been getting a new job, you've been relocated, you've been taking care of the kids. Okay. Well, it looks like she's better suited for the kids. Looks like she's more grounded. And it looks like that's where the kids want to be. And it looks like you haven't had much of a problem being without your kids for all these months. So why come to the court now and say there's a big problem in the separation? There really hasn't been one. And, you know, the court may say, well, we're going to need to see your status and a reevaluation. But as of right now, she's got full custody. You're court ordered to pay, you know, $700 a month, whatever. And it is what it is. No visitation till you get sobriety or you get, you know, approved with the psychological review. And then as far as visits, they might ask the kids, if depending on their age, or they may, you know, ask you, what do you feel? What is your recommendation on this? And, you know, you can just say, listen, you know, I feel like, you know, the kids can see him in the summers, you know, whatever's best for the kids. If it's abuse and all of that, I would say, you know, maybe supervised visits, however the court sees fit. If the kids love him and they've never had any problems with him, you know, and you guys live in different states, you know, or different, very far distances, I would say summers, you know, just like maybe 4 weeks in the summer, with Zoom and Skype visits, you know, phone calls, things of that nature. Maybe he can come out and see them, you know, every month if he can, you know, but it should be shared. It shouldn't be a big burden on you to get your kids to him. So I don't know. That's just my take on that, my intuition on it. But with this Star card, it is difficult to understand why painful things happen to good people. And fate is a mystery after all. We all share painful circumstances in our lives, but it is how we respond to these challenges, how we rise up and greet our destiny. And now is one of those times that you're going to be aware of your powerlessness to change certain situations, no matter how much you want it to try. Hang in there. Life will only get better. Act as if you believe that. For the only thing you can control right now is your attitude. And when you align with the fates, being mindful of what you can do and what you can't do, then serenity will come to you. So let's see this, the deep knowing also. So your experience with money, there are things you cannot control. And just know this is a temporary situation. There are forces in the universe that are putting you in this situation financially right now, and that's just what your spirit's been prepared for. Don't fight that situation. Just write it out and see where it leads. Okay? So this is temporary, this struggle that you're in. That's what the cards are saying. And you are in an empathy overload, Kelsey. You are so worried about other people and probably your husband, your ex-husband. Worried about what he's going to do. What can he do? What is he going through? What kind of a person you are. Worried about your family. But you really have to think about yourself. You're not nurturing and caring for yourself, honey. Get grounded. Tune in for a bit. There's some hypersensitive energy here, and you're suffering from a psychic overload and a psychic exhaustion. And I did pick up that you are very psychic. We saw that earlier. But this is a signal that you need to recharge your batteries. Okay? Empty your mind, get back to you. It's not time to be open. Soon enough, you're going to get your guard down and things will kind of get back to a normal. But right now, you need some self-care because you've been put through the ringer. You need some self-care, some self-love. It's okay to say no thank you to anyone in your life, even family, who exhausts you. And won't that feel good? So, I think you need a moment away to think about things, even away from the kids. And it's not selfish. It's not immature. You've got your hands full. You've got a large family. And you've got a toxic ex. You've been very, very busy. And you haven't had time to get grounded and feel strong in who you are. I think what would be really good for you is a 5-day getaway. I feel the energy of 5 because the power of change, challenge. 5 days. 5 days and 4 nights. I feel like you would flourish in a forest setting. If there is a tiny cabin, a VRBO, a tiny house, or an exchange room for rent daily, somewhere in a little town by a lake or a little forest where there's trails, where there's a little town where you can get coffee, a small meal, picnic, hear nature, read a book, light a candle, do some spells, do some moon magic, do some relaxing and meditating. I feel like that would recharge your batteries. No phone, just for scrolling and like social media stuff, but not to like communicate with everybody. Just, I'm gone, I'm off the radar. Maybe download some videos, and just watch it. But I feel like that would recalibrate you and you would be powerful and ready to make good decisions. You'd be ready to be the mom you need to be, the fighter you need to be, the independent person you need to be. These challenges are all coming at you and you're worn out and you're tired and you're just beaten. emotionally, spiritually, physically, just beaten down. You cannot figure out what's going on. That's why your compass is just spinning everywhere, because you're like, I need direction. But you are very psychic, and you will absolutely know exactly what you need to do when you recharge your batteries. So I would look up an affordable getaway, even if it's by credit card, or sell some things and make it happen. But go and find this 5-day getaway. Be it an hour away from where you are, somewhere in the forest, in nature. That getaway is going to do you so much good. The kids will be fine with grandma. They will be fine. Grandma or grandpa, or if you have a best friend, best girlfriend that you trust, like a sister, if you have a sister, someone trustworthy, of course, they'll be okay. And they can go to school, they can take baths, they can do whatever. Kids are resilient. They live on a schedule. They'll figure it out. But you, mama, you need you. They need you to get grounded. And even if there's no way to get away, then make it a retreat at home. Tell everyone in the house, I need me time. A lot. I need to go into myself. I have to do some healing. Put on your headphones a lot. Listen to the meditations. Go outside. Go to the park. You know, wherever you live by a large nature area, just get away for the day and come back home at night. But even if it's a stay vacation, you know, like you need to get away. Bring a tent to a place, you know, that people just hang out in nature for the day, just so you can have a blanket and a bed and nap and just meditate. And you don't have to sleep there, you know, just to get away. But yeah, that's what I would recommend. So that's what I see going on, girl. Don't go back to him, that's for sure. I'm not just saying that because, you know, girl on girl, hey, you know, I'm not just saying that. I'm saying the cards, and the message is saying don't. Okay, and I felt that from the beginning. So we'll get more. I'll answer some more of your questions later today when we do your reading. We'll do a private YouTube thing, and I'll answer so much more, so many more questions. But for now, I'm going to let you go, Kelsey, and I love you. I'll see you soon. Does anyone else have any questions before I go? Because I'm heading out. I think the 15-minute lightning round is over. That's a special. If you guys are tuned in, $15 a card at the end of my videos. Bottom of the decks are free. All right. Well, you're welcome, Kelsey, and I'll see you guys later. And Kelsey, I'll see you soon today. Bye, guys. Love you.